Cuando te han invitado a una reunión 100% en inglés con nativos, ¿te has sentido un poco perdido porque te parecía que te hablaban chino en lugar de inglés? Lo más probable es que estuvieran utilizando vocabulario más avanzado y phrasal verbs.
Okay, everybody, settle down. We've got a lot to get through and we're a bit short of time, so let's crack on with it, shall we? Isabel, can you do the minutes for this meeting, please? Thank you. Can I have the agenda, please, Isabel? Thank you. Okay, so first of all, Mr. Jonathan Green sends his apologies for his absence. He will be off work for a couple of weeks due to illness.
Oh my goodness, is he okay?
He's suffering from a very severe case of measles.
Oh.
So while he's off work, we do need somebody to temporarily fill in his position. And I think Isabel from the accounts department would be a good candidate to take over his work, if nobody objects. Anybody? Any objections to that? No? Congratulations, Isabel, you can fill in for Mr. Jonathan Green.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bartlett. I promise I'll try my best.
Good, okay, moving on.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Bartlett. What about the international conference for next week? Is that still going on?
Thank you for bringing that up, Isabel. I was just about to mention that meeting has been called off until further notice due to some complications with flights. However, there is the possibility of rescheduling for next month.
Can I just bring up one more thing? Thank you. Right, something is wrong with the printer because I've seen people queuing for hours in order to print the document, and this needs to be fixed. And by the way, your socks don't match.
Thanks for pointing that out, Isabel. I blame my cat who was playing around in my drawers this morning. As for the printer, I'm looking into it. I hope to have the problem solved by the end of today. Okay, so did you understand that dialogue? Well, don't worry if you didn't. Now let's have a closer look. Okay, everybody, settle down. Okay, everybody, settle down. Settle down, everybody, settle down. Did you get that, Isabel? What does it mean?
Mm-hmm. Bueno, en este caso significaba silencio, ¿no? Prestar atención. Mm-hmm.
So you can say this at the beginning of a meeting if you're about to talk or before you give a presentation. Yeah.
Pero settle down también significa asentarse, ¿no? Acomodarse. Like when you get married and you have children, you buy a house, you get a mortgage, then you have settled down.
Yes. We've got a lot to get through. 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 To get through?
Significaba que tenemos mucho trabajo que hacer.
Yes. If you have a really hard week, you might say, I thought I'd never get through this week.
Yeah, es como atravesar, ¿no?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So let's crack on with it, shall we? So let's crack on with it, shall we? Let's crack on. What does that mean, Isabel?
Let's crack on. Vamos a empezar, ¿no? Comenzar. O también puedes decirlo después de un descanso.
Yes.
¿No? Por ejemplo, after the lunch break.
Yeah, lunch is over. Now let's crack on. You could also say, we need to get down to business. Let's get down to business.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a common expression.
Yeah.
Crack puede ser una grieta, pero también es
La raja del culo.
eso. Ok.
He will be off work for a couple of weeks.
Bueno, significa que no estás trabajando. Puede que estés de vacaciones, que estés de baja, ¿no? En este caso, Jonathan Green, he was off work because he was sick. ¿Y has escuchado qué enfermedad tenía Jonathan Green?
He's suffering from a very severe case of measles. Measles is highly contagious.
Es sarampión. Ok.
We do need somebody to temporarily fill in his position. Temporarily fill in his position. To fill in, seguro que habéis escuchado antes, ¿no? Rellenar un informe. Pero en este caso, ¿qué significa, Isabel?
Significaba reemplazar, ¿no? Sustituir a esa persona en su puesto.
Exactly. Isabel from the accounts department would be a good candidate to take over his work. To take over his work. Take over means?
Quiere decir que ella tenía que tomar el control, tomar las riendas y la responsabilidad, ¿no? Del trabajo de Jonathan.
Exactly. That meeting has been called off. That meeting has been called off. That meeting has been called off. What does it mean, Isabel?
That means it has been cancelled. Can I just bring up one more thing? Can I just bring up one more thing?
Can I just bring up one more thing? So to bring up, what does it mean, Isabel?
En este caso significaba mencionar, sacar un tema, pero
Yes.
bring up también puede significar criar, ¿no?
Criar.
So, where were you brought up, Philip?
I was brought up in the countryside. Isabel was brought up in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for pointing that out, Isabel. Thanks for pointing that out, Isabel. So to point out means to draw attention to something.
Mm-hmm. Indicar, señalar.
I'm looking into it. I'm looking into it. I'm looking into it means I'm investigating it. I'm dealing with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, significa investigar o evaluar, estudiar más a fondo, ¿no?
Yes. If you want to ask somebody to help you, you might say, can you look into it for me? Can you look into it for me?
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Yeah.
see you, Isabel.
Can you look into it for me, please?
Can you look into it for me? Thank you.
Bueno, sí, ya sabemos. 10 phrasal verbs is too much to handle. No puedes aprender todo de memoria así en 5 minutos con un vídeo. Y por eso te hemos dejado en nuestra web todos los phrasal verbs, todo el listado con ejemplos, con los diferentes significados, ¿vale? Y lo suyo es que en los próximos días intentes estudiarlos y repasarlos y así no se te van a olvidar.
Y sabemos que muchos profesores de inglés nos ven, entonces hemos hecho un PDF que podéis imprimir y usar en vuestras clases de inglés. Así que el enlace está ahí abajo, es todo totalmente gratis.
Si os gusta esta forma de aprender, os gusta que hagamos una situación real en un vídeo y que hagamos una explicación más rápida, pero os dejemos ahí el documento descargable que os podáis imprimir, decidnos si os gusta y podemos hacerlo en los siguientes vídeos.
Press the subscribe button, do it now, come on, press the subscribe button. Turn on notifications as well, and that way you won't miss any videos. And we'll see you very soon.
Bye! Please do not call me in the next half an hour, okay?